Hello, 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 everyone. I think we are live. If you are here and watching us live at 10:30 p.m. on 2nd of October, please say hi in the chat. I am happy to talk to you. Today we are here for a special reason. Okay, the chat mode should be on so you can talk to us in the chat. Very delighted to meet all of you. I hope all of you are planning for a longer weekend by making sure Friday you fall sick or you take leave. All right, great. Venom, you did not reply to the email. I will have to check. Maybe just send me a reminder, please. Okay, just send a reminder on top of your previous emails because sometimes there are so many emails that I might lose track of them. Yeah, I'll try to get back to you. All right. Today, why I am doing this live, I'm not going to take any questions, as you can see in the announcement itself. I mentioned that this is basically our announcement of our yearly program. Now, I will deep dive into the details, and if you have any questions on that, I can help you, and I can also tell you what we are going to cover in the program, how it will benefit you, what kind of things we do already, and what we are going to add, and stuff like that. Okay, so that's the whole intent of this live. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on my email ID, which is careertalk at anandvaishampayan.com. Okay, so that's my email ID. I'm just going to pin this up so that you can email me anytime you want. All right, I think that got pinned, my email ID. Yeah, super. So, like I said, this live stream is for announcing our yearly program, which is right now running in a private mode. What I mean, sorry, by a private mode is that we did not announce it like this publicly earlier. We announced it in different forms and shapes, maybe to our email list, maybe we announced it in our community tab. Sometimes we gave coupons to some people here and there, but we did not announce it like this, okay, publicly. So why are we doing this now? Of course, because we want to add more people to the community, and also because of the kind of situation that the industry is going through. I think a lot more people can benefit from what we are doing. Okay, and of course it is not a free program, right? So if you're expecting that's a free program, it is not. So I'm going to share step by step details of what the program is and how you can register if you think this is beneficial for you. Okay, if you think you can really benefit from it, then only join. Otherwise, no need to join. Okay, I'm very clear on that. So we are doing this program for the last almost 2 to 3 years now, between 2 to 3 years, maybe 2.5 years. Since then, we are doing this program. I think we started somewhere in 2023, June, July, right? So that's when we started. And there are more than 221 people who are part of the community already. 221 people who are part of this private community that we have. Now, where are these people from? These people are from India, some of them are from US, some of them are from Canada, some of them are from Middle East, and some of them are from Europe. Okay, so that's mostly the audience that we have. We do not have people from New Zealand and Australia because of the time zone difference. We are not able to conduct sessions in a friendly time zone for Australia and New Zealand, and that's why those people are not there. But rest of them are there, right? So now, what is this program all about, and why it is important for you, and why should you even listen to this? So before I share that, I want to talk a little bit about myself and my background so that you will be able to maybe relate a little more. So when I started my career initially in the year 2000 2001, I actually faced layoff very early in my career. As soon as I joined the first company as a trainee, I faced layoffs. So that was like the dot com bubble was time, and I had no idea of what to do. Okay. So that is when I realized that it does not seem like what it seems from the outside. Of course, most people in that time came into the IT industry from different industries. Um, because of the dot com bubble boom and then the bubble burst, a lot of people got impacted, right? So I was one of them. I lost my job early, and then I struggled for 2 3 years. Okay, I did some odd jobs. That's a story I'll tell some other time. But you can say somewhere in 2004 I got a decent job. So from 2001 to 2004 I was struggling, right? So from 2004 until the end of 2024, which is like 20 plus years, I worked for a single company, and that's visible on my LinkedIn profile as well. Why I worked for a single company for so many years is because of the kind of opportunities I got within the company. Opportunities to grow vertically, opportunities to do different kind of roles. So I joined as a, you can say, analyst slash developer, moved into support roles, moved into coordination roles. But I think the biggest break was when I got an opportunity to travel on site to the US, United States. And that is when I learned customer stakeholder management, team management, which is sitting in India at offshore. So I come from that background. So I have done analyst roles, developer roles initially, and I was not a very good developer, honestly. And then I transitioned into support roles, on-site coordination, then into team leading, then into project management. Then I completed PMP, and then I went on to do program management and delivery management. So that has been, in short, my overall journey for the last 20 years, or maybe more than 20 years in a single company. And because I was getting on-site opportunities, short term, long term, and I was getting vertical growth, plus I was getting variety because I worked in Java projects, I worked in Oracle projects, ERP projects, I worked in business intelligence, then of course the team leading program management, and of course business operations, business analysis, data operations, data analysis. So that way I kind of got opportunities to do different things at different levels, and of course the on-site opportunity. And that is why I stayed in a single company, because I got the exposure, I got the money, I got the chance to play my different type of roles, right? So that's what have done. And along with my full-time job, I was also active in the corporate training space. So I was doing corporate trainings within the company. I used to initially conduct Oracle SQL trainings, tech trainings, followed by some of them were PL SQL trainings, mostly Oracle, because that is something which I really knew well. And then I slowly transitioned into behavioral trainings, leadership trainings, and all of that. So when I was doing that, I used to also do campus to corporate for freshers and stuff like that. So a lot of people used to tell me, why don't you do it outside? Why don't you start a training institute of your own and stuff like that? And I said, I have not thought about it because full-time job does not give you that time to, or that luxury to do something of your own. So I continued doing my full-time job, and the trainings were just like additional. But during COVID period, which was somewhere around 2020, that is when I started to realize that online coaching and digital way of interactions are becoming more and more popular, and people are accepting that as a method of training or teaching. Okay. One thing which I want to add here is both my parents were teachers in their job. So I think that comes to me naturally from them. Now, along with this, I was also writing stuff. So I used to write blogs. I used to write on Quora.com. Before Quora, I used to have my own blogspot.com blog. I wrote hundreds of blog articles from 2009, 10 to maybe 17, 18, 2017, 18. And then I wrote more than 1,000 answers on Quora. And that gave me a lot of experience of understanding how to write, what do people really like to read and stuff like that. And then I transitioned into LinkedIn. I transitioned into LinkedIn somewhere in 2021 or 2020, somewhere in the COVID time period. And I started this YouTube channel, which you're watching right now, in the fag end of 2019. Okay, so it has been close to 5 years now. So now what I'm trying to tell you is, because of my experience in the corporate as an analyst, developer, team lead, program manager, project manager, and of course as a corporate trainer, I thought during the COVID period it was the right time to start to see if other people can benefit from what I know. Now, I'm very clear about one thing. I don't know everything, and I'm not an expert in everything. And my focus is only on things which I really know well or which I think I can do well. And my philosophy is, do fewer things but do them well. So rather than trying to do too many things, stick to few things and then really go deep into that. So in my experience of hiring people, okay, conducting interviews or shortlisting resumes, I think that was the initial part where I thought, okay, a lot of people don't even know how to create their resume, because we were shortlisting them when we were hiring. So I realized there is a gap there. And then I thought that, okay, for some people, they really need help. They really need guidance or assistance on how to write a resume. And that's very basic thing, but a lot of people need that. So in 2020, that's where I started to write on LinkedIn, and I started to create YouTube videos, and that's how I got traction. And thanks to the support, incredible support, I must say, from all of you, I really did well initially, right? And that gave me motivation to keep going. Now ups and downs keep coming, and we keep going with the flow. So long story short, both social media started to flourish, and then I thought, okay, can we make it a little bigger, right? So I created a recorded course on resume building. In fact, I did not even record it fully. I recorded it half, and then I put it on social media, I think on LinkedIn or somewhere, that this is something I'm launching. Is anybody interested? And 25 people signed up for that. And that was like a paid course on how to create your resume step by step. And then I actually completed the entire course and uploaded it on a website. So 25 people bought it. And then I realized that, okay, the people are ready to pay, and I have the knowledge, I have the experience for a set of things which are in demand in the market. And that's how I started to then focus on it from a commercial angle. Okay, because honestly, a lot of people keep saying this, that, I have a YouTube channel, I make millions of dollars. I have an Instagram account, I make millions of dollars and stuff like that. Now, this is not true for everyone. This is only true for big creators. What is the meaning of big creator? Anybody that you see on YouTube and Instagram or any other social media where they get a lot of views in millions. Okay, where you see people getting millions of views, those are the people who make money. Why? Because where there is a view, there is an advertisement, right? So a lot of people comment, right, that you are only creating videos for views. Yes, of course, everybody creates videos for views. Why will they not do it? So if people claim that they make millions, it is only if they have a millions of views. Because of the views, advertisers come in, whether it is YouTube advertisements or whether it is sponsors who want to put their advertisements in the integrated video, where, like, say, I am talking about a brand, or I'm telling you, do this course, do that course, and I'm getting paid by the institute, right? So Those are the people who make a lot of money. Otherwise, it is just not a very stable source of income. One video can give you a lot of views, another will tank down, another will give you views, the next one will tank down. Sponsors may come, but now sponsors have a lot of I mean, they have a lot of options. They have a lot of channels. They negotiate. So I think few people who are really doing well in terms of getting social media traction are making a lot of money. Okay. So now why I'm saying this is because I want you to come back to my story. So when I started to write on LinkedIn and I started to create YouTube videos, first 2 years when I was creating videos, barely any momentum, right? Because nobody gets to even see your video. YouTube does not recommend them. And I did not know honestly how to edit a video. Just go on my channel and look at the first 2 3 videos. You will say, oh my goodness, this guy was so bad. I mean, so average, so clumsy. I mean, the initial few videos I did were really bad. That's what I think now. And maybe a few years down the line, when I see this live, I will probably tell myself, "Oh, what did I do? How bad was that live?" But that's how it is. You improve with each attempt, right? You improve with each experience. So I was doing a full time job. I was active on social media, and COVID during the COVID period, I launched a course on resume making. I realized there is potential. Then I started to do one-on-one sessions. Okay. And I started to make resumes for people. That's what I did initially. And a lot of people approached me because my LinkedIn posts were really doing well. Even today, my LinkedIn account has more followers than YouTube. YouTube may be somewhere around 150K, but LinkedIn is, I think, beyond 160K. So LinkedIn really helped me get a lot of traction and a lot of one-on-one calls. Okay. When I did that, I realized that a lot of problems that people are facing or people are reaching out to me for, they are common problems. Okay. A lot of people think that their problem is unique, but it is not. So their problems are maybe in some way unique, but a lot of foundational problems are there. And then I thought, okay, how can I address this? Okay. So what did I do? So then I thought, okay, a lot of people actually create recorded courses and then they sell. I still have the option to do that. I have my own courses recorded. I still have the option to sell. Maybe someday I'll do that via running ads and stuff like that. But then I thought, okay, why people approach me is because they want my time, right? Not just my time, they want my attention. And they want me to look at their resume. They want me to look at their problem statement and then tell them what I think, my opinion. And that is the reason they come to me. They don't want to see a video because they're paying money for it. They can just do it on YouTube, right? I have more than 700 videos. So the video that I produce is mostly talking about a common problem statement, and a lot of people learn from that. But to address a specific problem, the person needs that validation coming in from me, and that cannot happen via recorded course. For that, I have to go and talk to them. But then I realized that, okay, if I start to talk to people one on one, then it is going to be a lot of work, and I will not be able to do more than 3 4 calls per day, right? How many calls can I do? So then I thought, okay, what can we do with the common problem, right? So then I thought, okay, can we design something where we first create recorded stuff for people who have common problems? So let's say problem number one, you are not getting interview calls. Common problem. Okay. Problem number two, how to negotiate salary. Problem number three, how to answer the most frequently asked interview questions. Problem number four, how do I negotiate with my boss in my appraisal, right? Things like that. So another one is like, if I get more than one offer, how do I weigh in and how do I decide which offer should I take, right? So these kind of questions I thought were asked by many people and they were common. And then I thought, okay, can I just record myself and create modules of these and put it on my website, right? So I created this website, which I'm going to ping you now. Okay, you guys can see this, or maybe I'll do it later. Let me not do it. Okay, so okay, so 32 people are here. Why don't you guys hit the like button so the video can be seen by other people? Today, I'm not taking questions, by the way. So if you're waiting for your question, sorry, today I'm not going to take that. Maybe we can do it another live. Today, I just wanted to tell you what do I really do, because a lot of people who come on my channel in the comment section, they keep asking me how to reach out to you, how can you help me, etc., etc. So this is that answer. Okay, long answer, but okay. So what did I do? So I created these modules of me answering these common questions like how to negotiate salary, why you're not getting interview calls, how to create a resume, how to optimize your LinkedIn, how to compare two job offers, stuff like that. So I created these 8 modules and I uploaded on my website. But then I asked myself, if somebody has to really get an answer to their question, like for example, if Uday Kiran or uh, Rohini, for example, I'm just reading from the chat, right? If somebody wants answer to their question, how do I do that? And that is why I created a private community. A private community is nothing but a paid community where the gates are only open for the members. It is as simple as that. And then I said, okay, maybe we'll create a structure to this. So we created a structure that we will give membership for 1 year. Okay, right now that's the model. We will give membership for 1 year, and in that 1 year we promise that we will conduct at least 24 live sessions on a Zoom meeting. Okay, not one, not two. In an entire year we will do 24 live sessions. Okay, which means roughly you can put it like this: 2 sessions per month. So today is 2nd of October, which is a Thursday. Our session happens on a Saturday. Okay, so Saturday evening, 9 p.m. IST. That is the time we get on a Zoom call. All the community members get that invite. There are already 221 community members who are part of that. Okay, so what do? We invite open questions from everyone, anybody and everybody. Now, some people are part of the community for the last 2 years, and that is why most of their questions are answered. So they have the choice to skip the meeting, or they have the choice to join and see what other people are asking, right? So it is a closed door community program only for members, where people can join. They get invites for all the sessions, so you get 24 invites in the entire year. You have the choice to join as many as you want. You can join all 24, and you can ask your personal questions as well. So let's say if I'm in a meeting and 10 members join. Okay, so before the meeting we usually decide who is going to be asking the question. I send out an email and then I collect questions from people. I also ask them for some background, like give me your resume, give me your LinkedIn. So I do my homework before I get into that meeting, and that is how I make the or we make the discussion productive. So in that meeting, somebody can bring up a very personal question like, I'm not getting along with my boss. What do I do? Right? And it can be a scenario. So then we talk about that. Somebody may have a question like, I want to go on site. I have a visa, but I'm not getting opportunities. What do I do? Somebody may have a question like, I just switched my job, joined a new company. I am not able to settle down. These guys are not accepting me. What do I do? Right? So all of these are really practical live questions or problems that people are going through. Sometimes it is just like this, that I'm stuck in the same company for many years. What should I do? So that kind of a personal question we address either in that meeting if I have enough information already, or sometimes we take the inputs and then we address it in the next meeting. By the way, we do not record these calls. So these calls are not recorded at all because of privacy reasons, of course. So the calls are not recorded. Okay. And that is how I am able to personalize the attention that I want to give to each individual. And that is why I don't add a lot of people in this community. You can imagine in the last 2 years or so that we have been running this program, we never made an announcement like this. Okay, we did announce it to the email list, we did announce it in the community tab or comment section somewhere, but we never went like live like this and said, okay, open doors, this is the fees, come and join us, right? We never did that. Why? Because A, we do not want a lot of traffic coming in, because I am the only person who is right now taking the questions, and most people want to talk to me because they have seen my face on the YouTube, right? But inside the community, there are 221 people, and a lot of them are actually as good as me in terms of experience. Some of them are even more experienced than me. They just joined because they want to help, right? They just joined because at that point they had a question, so now they want to contribute. So you've got people from US, you've got people from Canada, Europe, Middle East, like I said, India, of course. And sometimes the answers or good answers or suggestions come from these people, right? You have got software engineers, you've got architects, you've got business analysts, project managers, delivery managers, delivery heads, a lot of senior people. So yeah, so now today we are making this announcement that we have this community. It is going to continue as a private platform, but I wanted to announce this so that people who reach out to me with a question like, okay, Anand, how do we contact you? This is your answer. This is the best way to approach me for a longer term, right? Because you get associated with me for that entire year and you can ask your personal questions. The only difference is that this is not happening in a one on one setting. Okay, it is not an invitation for a one on one, because I understand I cannot do one on ones with so many people unless it is a really private matter where you have to talk about a salary thing. Then I can take you on a 10 minutes call separately and address that, not in the group, right? But otherwise, everything happens in a group setting. So the program is a group coaching program. It is not one on one. Okay. And it is for 1 year. So if you join now, you can you get invites for next 1 year. After that, it is your choice. If you want to renew, you renew. If you don't want to renew, thank you, it's okay, right? So that is the program, guys. Okay. And now I'm going to share that page with you where you can register. But before that, if you have heard me completely, just let me know if you have any questions. Okay. So that about this, not about anything else. If you've heard me, just let me know if you have any questions so that I'll answer that, and then I'll share the details of how and when you can join, what is the fees, and all of that stuff. So, few things. The meetings happen on Saturdays, 9 p.m. IST. So every alternate Saturday, you can imagine that is how you will get 24 invites in 1 year. Okay, I forgot. You also get access to the previous sessions. So for anyone who joins now, you get access to all the recordings that we have done for the last couple of years. Okay, you also get access to the original modules that I was talking about, the modules that I created in form of short courses. You get access to those as well. You also get access to some of those quizzes or questions that we created for exams like PMP or I think Scrum Master. And there's a lot of documentation inside these modules. Okay, so you get all of that. Plus, if I create anything new, any new course, anything of that sort which I think will be applicable for this group, I make it accessible to you. Okay, so yeah, so that is how it is. Now let me share the registration page with you guys, okay, so that you can read it in detail. This is the yearly program, okay. I'm going to paste the link here. All right, I hope you can see the link now in the chat. I have already shared, so I think I can share my screen here. I did not know that. That's interesting. Let me check. Uh, s- yes, I can. So I'm going to share my screen. I hope you guys are able to see this. This is the page I shared. Okay, this is that bundle offer which gives you access to the 9 p.m. call every other Saturday. So 24 calls in 1 year. You get access to the bundle of courses we created for job search and career growth. You also get access to the recordings of the past webinars that we have done. Okay, all of that. Total value of this bundle is 42,999, but with the mega discount coupon, which I'm going to share, it will come down to 15,049. Now, what is inside this? This is the list of stuff which is inside this. Okay, you get access to all of this checklist: job search checklist, cover letter templates, resume templates, FAQ on resume optimization, ultimate guide for remote work, Gen AI quick reference guide. You get pre-recorded courses on resume building, how to select the right job offer if you have more than one offer, how to negotiate your salary, how to optimize your LinkedIn, how to prepare for HR and managerial round interviews, how to manage your KRAs, goals, appraisals, how do you identify what is the right career path for you, and how do you then grow in the corporate ladder. Okay, how do you climb the corporate ladder? So these are all pre-recorded stuff which comes along with this. And here it says you've got 7 recordings, but I think I've not updated this is more than 7. You get a lot of recordings that you can go through, all the previous recordings for the last couple of years. Okay, live webinar recordings. Okay, then you also get access to these PMP questions, sample questions on CSM. This I have already spoken of. You get access to 24 plus sessions. Yeah, so that is pretty much. Plus, along with this, conduct I also conduct these live webinars, right, which are usually charged around 499, or sometimes it is 1200, sometimes it is 2500, depends on the topic. So one time we conducted a session on finance for project managers, and the fees was 2500 for one session, right? Then we have conducted so many sessions on job search, resume optimization. The fees was 499. So we keep conducting these sessions. If you are a part of this community, you don't need to pay for any of those. Okay, first you can go and check the recordings. You can all have access to the previous sessions. But in future, if we conduct any session which is a paid session live, you don't need to pay anything, because you are part of the community. You will get all the invites. Okay, all the invites will come to you. So that is how it works. With one membership, you get access to all the past recordings of live events, all the pre-recorded courses, plus the future invites, plus the invites to the private sessions where we talk about your personal career queries. Okay, so that is how it works, and that was the intent of me conducting this session. I've already given you the link, I've already shown you what is inside it, and I'm now going to give you the code that you can use to reduce the fees from 42,999 to 15,000 something, right? Yeah, so this is the code. All right, guys, any questions? Just let me know in the chat. I think that was all the information I wanted to share in today's live. It is totally okay if you think this is not for you. Okay, we still stay friends. That's fine. Sometimes you may think this is not for you. There is always an option to connect with me one-on-one basis. There is a link somewhere on my profile. You can find that link and connect. But that will be a little costly than this. Okay, but sometimes people choose that. It's their call, right? So for 1 year program, this is the fees along with the coupon already given to you. Okay. Yeah. I am happy to address any questions that you might have. But otherwise, I think I shared whatever I wanted to share. And the reason why I do this is because of the impact, right? When I see the impact of a community program where it is not just me, the ideas can come from other people as well. That is the impact. Okay. And in my entire career, there have been several occasions when I was in a situation where I wanted to ask a question, a personal question to somebody, but I did not find anybody. I struggled to reach out to the right person. I struggled to get a point of view from two, three different people. And that is why this program actually helps you bridge that gap, that at any point in that entire 1 year, if you get stuck, if you have a question, you know whom to reach out to. And then I know whom to reach out to because of the size of the community, which is already more than 221. Okay. And I want to be very fair. The price or the fees is only going to go up. With each month, we increase the price. All the people that have joined before this may have joined maybe at a little lesser price, but beyond this, whatever I've told you, the fees only grows because of more and more people getting added. My effort increases, and also we keep adding new webinars, new courses and stuff like that, which you can refer to. And that is why the fees will always be incremental. And it is your call. Like I said, if you want to join, I'm happy to have you on board. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we are going to do our live session, community session. So if you are somebody who would like to join that, happy to welcome you in the group and take you in that session itself. Okay. So that is pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions, if you did not understand any part. I'm happy to take those kind of queries. All right. Let me check the chat. Uh, okay, there are a couple of points. Okay, I'll get back to you on that. Uday, Kiran, and Rohini. I have seen your question in the chat, but I'll get back to you. All right. Yeah. Okay, so it is already 11 o'clock. If you guys don't have any questions, I think we covered what we wanted to cover. Maybe I'll wait for a couple of more minutes to see if there are further questions. I think Bala Ganesh said more details. Okay. I think I shared all the details, Bala. Let me know if you have any specific questions, Bala. Okay. All right. I think we are good. I will take that as a no. So there are no more questions. We will wind up in another couple of minutes. But I hope you guys have got the link. You guys have got the code. And feel free to drop me an email, which I have listed at the top. Okay, top of the chat, I've pinned my email ID. Let me do it right here as well. And let's say if you start, or if you want to join and you go to this link, and tomorrow if this link is disabled, this is my email ID. Okay, this is my email ID. You can drop a note to me on this one if this link looks disabled to you, because if somebody uses the coupon, the chances are that the link will die, right? Because it is like on a first come first serve basis. At this moment, I don't think there will be more than one or two codes which can be used, and as soon as those codes are gone, the link will kind of say sold out, right? So use it on a first come first serve basis and make the most of it. Okay. All right, thank you guys. That was the announcement we wanted to make today. It was great to have all 20 or 18 of you here, and see you in the next live where we'll take your questions. All right, thank you so much. Take care and bye for now. Have a great long weekend if you are planning to take off tomorrow. Yeah, bye.